Potato? Sure, whatever. Hi, welcome to the potato episode. I don't know what that is, but let's just roll with it. So I start off, of course, by sketching a potato, and honestly, I haven't eaten a potato in so long, because, I don't know, I just don't eat potatoes. Oh my gosh, how many times am I going to say potato in this episode? So then I just start adding on the highlights, because if you don't add highlights, the potato is going to be really boring. And then I just slap a gradient on, because that's just what I do every time, okay, sue me. And then I start putting in the background, because I want it to be like you're surrounded by potatoes. Does that make any sense? Like, I wanted it to feel like there's, like, a mountain of potatoes that, like, you're surrounded in. I don't know, like, a whole potato environment. And then I start putting the text originally. Even though I usually do that last, I decided to do it now because I don't even know. And then I add a second gradient because I want the potato to have, like, a little more depth. Because, come on, this is the focal point of the thing. Like, we need more pizzazz in, you know? And now I start making the other potatoes because, like, in the sea of potato, you need to add some extra potatoes to make people convinced that... Sorry, I'm saying potato too many times. So I just start doing that, and I start copy and pasting because I'm lazy. And honestly, I'm not about to make 5 different potato designs just for the one thing that's so tiny anyways. And honestly, I do regret the outline on it, but you're gonna have to deal with it. So now I start using a clipping mask. I think this is the first time I've used one in the series, but I've used one before. I haven't used one so long, I forgot how to add one. So I spent way too long trying to figure that out, and I'm just gonna cut it because it's not that important. And while on my screen, it's just nothing going on. On my phone, I'm actually searching up a tutorial on how to create a clipping mask, which you don't see. Honestly, I could have done it on my laptop, but oh, whatever. So I'm just doing that right now, which is why you're seeing nothing right now. But I eventually get figured out. And then I started experimenting with the text for some reason, mostly because I wanted to fill out that space at the top. And no, it just doesn't look good. Just get rid of that. And then I start creating the sky, and like this gradient, like I don't know why, but when you create a gradient on a box, sometimes it has 4 points instead of 2. But it's just super annoying. But you only need to color 2 points. So I don't know why that happens. It just does. But don't worry, the sky turns out fine. Who cares? And then to help you get more immersed in the potato world, I don't know, I started adding some leaves because I didn't know potatoes grew out of leaves. I'd never been to a potato farm before, so I just start adding those and just copy and paste because I'm lazy. But then I make them unique eventually, you'll see. Because it's not that much work, it's literally just 3 plants, okay? I'm not that lazy. And then I add the grass behind the soil, behind the potato pile, which honestly doesn't make any sense because, like, that would be, like, miles away. And then I just start adding the sun because the sun grows potatoes. And then I started doing whatever this is with one of those potatoes. I tried putting in the O, but like, honestly that was kind of weird. And then I also put it right there, which it just looks weird. I slightly regret that, but oh well. And then I start creating some greenery because there's a lot of brown in my design right now. And if I don't add some other colors, it's gonna look very bad. So I start adding some greenery. And then again, it doesn't make any sense. Why would they be so close when this should be like miles away? Because like, maybe this is just a really small potato farm. I don't know. Maybe they're like an indie potato farmer. Wait, what? And now I create the shrub. That's really easy. But the tree, I struggled so much with this for some reason. So I colored the trunk. That turns out perfectly fine, right? But the leaves, I don't know how to get them, like, properly shaped. I don't know. I created trees so many times, but it looks so boxy. But I eventually get it figured out. No, I'm just kidding. It looks weird at the end, but you're just gonna have to deal with that. And of course, the final thing I designed is the clouds because I put clouds in, like, every single sky design I have. And honestly, I slightly regret them because if I just left it empty, it would have been fine, but I guess I just like giving extra work to myself. But anyways, I get it done. And ta-da! That's the final design. Honestly, it looks bomb. Like, look at that. Ugh, sorry for that slang. Anyways, time for a review. This is definitely the most detailed design I've made. For things I liked, the potato, the whole, like, vibe. I don't know what's more descriptive than vibe. Aesthetic? Yeah, aesthetic. It's just really cohesive around the potato. I don't know. Everything's just right. You know, the color scheme brown, green, blue, and like that slight hint of yellow. It's just so nice for some reason. And I like all the little details, like all the greenery. But yeah. Now for things I don't like, the strawberry's fine. No, the tree's weird. That's really weird. That floating potato next to the potato text. Honestly, the fact that the potatoes in the potato pile are not unique, they look kind of weird, and the outline on them is kind of weird. Although I do think it was necessary, otherwise it would blend into the wave thing, so I think it's fine. But ultimately, I really like it, like 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, that's a good rating. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I don't know. Potato. Anyways, bye.